Hi guys, Luke here from Elite Tech Reviews, and I'm back with another case review for iPhone 17 Pro or Pro Max. So I'm still absolutely loving the silver version of the Pro phone, but there is a change on the actual phone. So this is my Pro Max, but I have picked up a Pro and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to cover that in a separate video. But for today, we're here to review these two cases from TAC. So I did feature these in my last video as a quick sponsored slot, but today is a dedicated review. So if you haven't seen that video, go check that out first. But today we'll be diving into the cases in a bit more detail. So before we jump in, these cases were sent to me by TAC, so thank you to TAC for sending these over. They come in two different colours, the Diamond Clear and Onyx Clear. So let's get them open and go through how they look on the silver version of the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which in my opinion is the best colour, but let me know if you disagree down below. Okay, so before we go any further, I just want to say I am on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so it would mean a lot if you guys could just hit subscribe and help me hit that milestone. Thanks everyone, enjoy the video. Okay, so there's the cases. So as you can see, we've got Diamond Clear here and the Onyx Clear here. So both clear cases, but one has more of a smoky colour and one is super clear, so you can see the direct colour of your iPhone. Okay, so you can see we've got the Diamond Clear one on now, which I think looks really nice actually. This one goes fantastic with the silver colour, and if you've got the orange or the blue, I'm sure it'll look just as good on those ones, but I've got the silver version and I think it looks really clean and really good. It's a shame Apple moved the Apple logo down this year because it doesn't quite fall in the MagSafe ring, which isn't TAC's fault. Every company has the same problem this year. Okay, so for this case, it is a polycarbonate plastic material and it has anti-yellow technology. So TAC say that you can use this case and it shouldn't turn yellow, which is great now to see more brands doing this. It just means that your phone's going to look cleaner for longer when it's inside the case. The real target audience for cases like this are people who want really thin and minimalistic cases. So this case is actually only 1 millimeter in depth, so it's really slim, and it only weighs up to 22 grams. So they are really targeting the people who just want a slim profile case that doesn't have too much bulk. If you are that person, I think this is going to appeal to you straight away, because in my hand, it hardly feels like it's added any weight at all, which is really cool. As for how the case fits, it was a really snug fit putting it on, so just be careful when you're putting it on, because I did find it quite tight. To get it off is quite tricky. Just put your thumb on the camera plateau and pull from the corner is the best way to get it off. And then the other thing is, obviously it's a MagSafe case, so if you've got your accessories you can use that. Let's have a look around the case. So you've got your big cutout for your camera plateau. So if you want one that goes around all the lenses, obviously that's not what you have here, but what you do have is a nice big cutout, and if I hold that just sideways, you can see there is decent protection there for your lenses, so you are covered. So if I pop the phone down, you can see it doesn't scratch the lenses on the desk, which is really good. And then the rest of it is the open design. So your LiDAR sensor and your flash, they are going to remain open. Moving around to the side, so you've got really precise cutouts. So if I just hold those up, hopefully the camera picks those up okay. And the best part here is it doesn't add too much of a dip, because some of the cases that go quite deep, it gets really annoying where your thumb sits on the camera control. But this one, it's only just high enough so it protects it, but it's not deep enough to be really annoying. And moving around to the other side, so this one's the action button and the volume buttons. Those are and those have really good cutouts as well. And then obviously I'm in the UK, so we do have something those in the US might not, and that's a SIM card slot, and that's nice and covered up. So the other thing I wanted to look at was how protected is the screen. So if I just hold the phone up, you can see there is a very slight lip that goes around the edge. You can see just if I run my finger down the bottom of the phone here, so it only just comes over, so that if I put my phone on the desk, it doesn't touch the actual desk, the screen. I do have a screen protector on it. So this is the TAC matte screen protector. So I've wore this for the past week and it's fantastic. It gets rid of all the reflections on the glossy screen protectors, and it's just one that I prefer. I've used the TAC screen protector, the matte version, for the last 2 years, and it's been my favourite now. They do offer a glossy version as well, but I highly recommend picking up the matte one. So what I'll do now is I'll just quickly grab my MagSafe wallet and we'll do a little test to see how strong the magnet is on the back, and then we'll pop the Onyx version of the case on so you can have a look. Okay, so I've just picked up one of my spare MagSafe wallets and I'm just going to pop it on the back and do a test. So initial test is it does hold, it's fine. So you can see it just floating around there. So if we give a bit more of a tug, that's quite good actually, a bit more of a shake. Oh, there you go, it came off. Yeah, so it does stick on fine. So it'll be fine for everyday use as a wallet, but I don't think it's going to be the strongest MagSafe connection if you've got something like a heavy power bank. But for everyday use, MagSafe mounts in your car next to your bed, things like that, absolutely fine. So that is a run around on the diamond clear one. So let's stick the Onyx clear one on now and see how that looks with the silver. Okay, so there is the Onyx clear one. So as you can see, it is a smokier look. So it almost has a slightly greyish tint. Probably go best with the blue version of the phone because it's a darker colour, but it will fit with any of the shades of the 17 Pro or Pro Max. All the features on this one are the same, so there's nothing different apart from the MagSafe ring is black and the trim on the outside is black, but you can see everything else is identical, so I don't need to go around all the features. MagSafe is exactly the same, so no difference there. The case does come with a 2-year warranty according to the TAC website, which is really good, and it says it offers worldwide shipping. As for the price of the case, here in the UK it'd be £27 and in the US will be $35. So what is my pros and cons of these cases and what do I recommend? First of all, the colours. My favourite is the diamond clear one. The Onyx one is okay, but I much prefer the cleaner clear look, which goes really nice with the silver. The cutouts are really good and precise across the case, but I personally do prefer having my camera lenses all protected. So if I could make one change on the design front, it would be to fill in all this space and add more protection, but I understand that comes with more weight, and the aim of the case is to have a light minimalistic case. The MagSafe is fine, no problems there, not the strongest but not the weakest by any means. The case is light and offers really good scratch protection, so if you drop it you're covered for small scratches and stuff, and you get that 2-year warranty with it, which is really good. The only one major thing I think they need to work on would be getting the case on and off. It's a really tight fit, and I understand it because it's a slim case, but it's quite difficult to get the case off once you got it on. So it took me a good few attempts of pushing on the camera plateau to get it off. So direct feedback for TAC, if you are listening, the one thing to work on would just making that fit of taking the case on and off just a bit easier. Other than that, I think they're two really nice cases, and for the money, for £27 here in the UK, I think that's quite a good deal. A premium thin MagSafe case that doesn't hardly add any bulk to your phone. And if you've got the Pro Max version of the phone, it's obviously quite a large phone and heavy. So having a case that's thinner really helps. So those are my thoughts on the cases from TAC and the matte screen protector. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and let me know what you would like me to review next. So thanks for tuning in today, guys. I'm Luke from Luke Tech Reviews. See you next time.